to share a story of how my daughter taught me a lesson in business. See, she's 9 years old, and this lesson is something that really opened my eyes. As a 9-year-old, she's hungry to learn, to grow, to do things. So here's how the story goes. It was a Tuesday night, and this is a couple weeks ago, and my wife had read my daughter a story before bed. It was a Fancy Nancy book. Fancy Nancy had gone and taken the dogs for a walk. So Wednesday morning, my daughter gets up, we chat for a bit, and she says, "Dad, I want to be a dog walker." I think, well, that's cool. She goes, "Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to be a dog walker. Think I can go out and walk dogs?" So I said, "Of course. Sounds like a lot of fun." And really, I didn't think much more of it. Well, a couple hours later, my daughter comes and shows me that she had just made a flyer. So on her flyer, it says, "Ellie's dog walking." And she puts a couple of, beautiful little images on there. And she put a phone number, my wife's phone number on there. And it says text for rates and text for, questions. I think it was rates and fees. And goes through, and I'm thinking, this is kind of cool. All right. She goes, "Well, can we go pass this out?" And I said, "Well, we got to get copies." So we drive down to the FedEx store to get copies. They happen to be closed. So I say, "Well, let's do it the next day." So Thursday rolls around. My daughter and I, we go to the store. We make copies. She's chomping at the bit. She's like, "Let's go, Dad. Let's pass out the flyers." So as we're walking in the neighborhood, I explained to her, kind of how the process is going to go. And I explained that, she's going to have to be the one that gives the spiel. She has to give the pitch to this. And I help her for a few things as we're walking to the front door. And I stop at the driveway and I said, "Okay, let's go for it." She takes a flyer, knocks on the door, talks to the people. And luckily, there was no one that was rude. No one slammed the door on her. And she got some yeses. She got some nos. Every single house we went to, I would listen and I would help her craft that pitch. And she got better and better. Well, here's the best thing. As we're walking, a few people said, "Oh yeah, that'd be great." And in my mind, I'm thinking, these are, really no's, but they're disguised as yeses. And, in business, actually it's really good to get a no. Well, as she goes through, she goes, "Oh, I've got so many customers." And I said, "Well, no, these aren't customers. These are prospects." A prospect is someone that may become a customer. A customer is someone that actually paid you money. She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got prospects." Well, the cool thing is, by the time we get back to the house, someone had texted my wife and they wanted my daughter to go and walk their dog the next day. I mean, she was ecstatic. So the next day, my wife and my daughter, they went and walked the dog. And as a 9-year-old daughter, she was able to make pretty decent money. I was impressed, and the people loved it. And it was a great experience. And it was a wonderful experience because it taught her a lot of things. One, it taught her the difference between a prospect and a customer. Two, it taught her that she can be proactive in really, she can take this idea and be able to generate money from it. Three, she's able to provide a service that's valuable to others. Four, she's able to craft her pitch and learn how to get better at talking to others. Five, she became a lot more confident. Those things are critically important for a kid. I think they're critically important for us as adults. Too often we forget, and maybe it's easy for us to become complacent. Maybe it's easy for us to say, "Well, this is how it's done and it should always be this way." Or maybe even we're a little scared to start another venture. Like maybe the current business we have is a success and we question ourselves, can we do it again? Or do I have the energy to do it again? There's a myriad of different things, but I will say this. For me to see how she approached this dog walking business and to see that she's had repeat customers. Again, this was several weeks ago, and now she has repeat customers on a weekly basis. She has something there. Now, this won't be long-term. We're actually out visiting family, and this happens to be in grandma's neighborhood, so this isn't a long-term thing. And, we set it up so that knowing that it would be a very small volume and this isn't, the final business of her life, but it's a good example. And so for you as a business owner, I hope that this helps you to see that if a 9-year-old can do it, I'm sure you can too. And you may be listening to this in your car while you're doing something else. If you have kids and they're thinking of doing a business, go and do it with them. If you are on the fence of starting a business and you're an adult, maybe doing something with your kids is a little confidence boost that you need to move ahead. So I hope that this helps you out. If you're wanting to learn on how you can grow your business, you can always send questions in to Spencer@businessgrowthpodcast.com, or you can go through and you can send me a tweet at Spencer Shaw. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. I'm not doing coaching, consulting. I don't have courses for sale. I'm just doing this to help you out. So again, thank you for being a loyal listener. And I want to thank you for listening to this story of Ellie's dog walking.